Well, hey there, Han, Danse Gia, Oki, Shoda, J, and howdy. This is KGVA 88.1 FM. Time now is 6:17 in the morning, and I'm sorry for being a little bit late. I couldn't find my car keys this morning. Anyways, it turns out they were in between the seats of the couch, but we have your election results here. In first place for the president and vice president team.
Rise with the sun to pray. Pray alone, pray often. The Great Spirit will listen if only you speak. Be tolerant of those who are lost on their path. Ignorance, conceit, anger, jealousy, and greed stem from a lost soul. Do not allow others to make your path for you. It is your road, and yours alone. Do not take what is not yours, whether from a person, a community, the wilderness, or from a culture. Do not touch the personal property of others, especially sacred and religious objects. This is forbidden.
You're listening to KGVA 88.1 FM, Fort Belknap, serving the Fort Belknap Indian Reservation and surrounding communities across the High Line. KGVA, the voice of the Nakota and White Clay Nations.
You are listening to 88.1 KGVA. This is Kristen Rabbit. Sitting here with Speaking Eagle, we've got your public service announcements for you. The Horseman family is having a chili and fry bread feed all day today until 5 p.m. They're located at 190 White Eagle in Halftown. There is a horse buy going on October 13th from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at the Hayes Way Station. Today is election day, and there's a lot going on. Some issues with their...
Yeah, I do know they're having some difficulties with their machine, so... yeah, they're counting 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians, 4 little, 5.
You have to be tired to be singing 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians on air. Yeah, but like we said, we'll get you information on the election as that comes in, and I believe Mr. Sports Guy here has some
Yes,
updates.
I do. The sports for this week, the Hayes Lodgepole Thunderbirds are going to be having their homecoming game. The varsity team will host Circle Wildcats on Saturday, October 5th.
My name that was given to me by my great-grandpa before he passed on is Makbia Washtewiya, which means Great Sky Woman. It's silly to say that, being a radio DJ changed my life, but it really did, because I pretty much had no life before I started working here. It was just hiding away from the world. I've had severe social anxiety issues, and I couldn't even leave my house, really, without having anxiety, like almost an anxiety attack. I've always kind of wanted to be a DJ. I kind of gave up on that. And then just one day I ran into my boss in the laundromat, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the radio station manager." And I'm like, "Really? That's cool. I kind of always wanted to do that." And he basically just said, "Well, I like your voice and your personality, so come on in." And ta-da! It was a huge step for me to take this job. The first time I went on air, I almost threw up all over this board right here.
Drive safe if you're going to go and watch the Harlan Wildcats and Wolf Point game in Wolf Point, Montana. Wear your safety belts. It can save your life if you get in an accident, and it's also the law.
Anything else?
Nothing else other than if you're looking for a ride and you don't have run to the election polls, let us know, because we're still in the process of trying to find out if anybody's offering rides to the elders to these election polls.
Yeah, if anybody out there is giving rides to the polls, give us a call. Number here is 353-4656. We want to get that information out so people know.
My name is K-9 Officer William Snell with the Fort Belknap Police Department. The Northern Tribes DUI and Drug Task Force would like to invite the community of Hayes to attend an anti-meth community meeting located at the Green Building. Drive safe and buckle up. Did that sound better, that one?
Yeah.
For us, just getting the community things out there, getting little messages out there. We do announce them when we're going to do some sobriety checkpoints, and they know they're pretty serious. Once we start announcing stuff on the radio, they'll probably start listening a little more, saying, okay, what's next? What are these guys doing?
I thought it would be a good idea to have a PSA to say, emergency vehicles, pull over.
Oh, just a reminder of what the...
Yeah, some people pull over, some people don't, but it's a lot better. When people pull over.
Yeah.
It makes a big difference. And so I thought PSA, out there serve the community.
All right.
All right, right on, Matt.
Suicide is not part of our Indian way of life. But sweats, sundances, pipe ceremonies, and powwows are.
So next time you think of suicide as an outlet, think about all the family, friends, and those near and dear to you. Think twice.
Brought to you by this radio station, your tribal college, and youth of Fort Belknap.
Even in the short time that I've been here, this radio station has improved a lot. We've become a more viable part of the community.
Our first birthday wish is going out to Jester Talks Different label of the Robot Nation.
You help a lot of people, like people who are doing charity work, or they want to raise money for like their sick relative, or organizations that are worthwhile, and the radio station really helps with that.
Here is a Cinnamon Cree with your birthday song.
And people always come up to me and say, oh, you do such a good job, or thank you for letting us know about this thing. It is satisfying knowing that you get the word out to people, especially important things like weather. Like if there's a blizzard coming and you let the community know and possibly save somebody from being on the road in the middle of a blizzard. We're just constantly striving to be better and better and just be like the best radio station in Montana. That's what our boss always says, let's be the best.
Now, here is Brad Paisley with American Saturday Night coming up, Steel Magnolia, Billy Currington, and we've got Taylor Swift with Fearless.
When the broadcasters say KGV prides itself to be the buckskin voice of the Ahani and Nakota people, we genuinely mean that. It's a responsibility. Good morning, this is Gerald. Oh, okay. Our listenership area is 9,864 square miles. We have approximately 38,000 people that live in this area. Our listenership area speaks 8 discrete languages. It just poses a more comprehensive challenge as to who we are as a non-commercial public broadcasting radio station. Sounds good. Good hearing your voice too. You take care. All right, at the Haban. That's my nephew. I never planned to be a radio station manager. I never went to school for it. I didn't even know I ever had the interest. But it's just that it gave me out the Creator, put that opportunity in my lap, and I accepted it. It's because I love to talk and because I'm an organizer. Okay, this is our first election report. Our responsibility today is to be neutral and to encourage people to go vote. So kind of play it up, kind of drum it up.
Yeah.
But you sound real good on the radio station, okay?
Gerald is a very straightforward person. He's a major part of why this radio station has come so far, and I look up to him like family. From the moment I got here, he encouraged me to start learning Nakota, start learning my language, and start learning traditional things. I was sort of wary to speak my language at first, and it was silly on my part, thinking because I have light skin, like it was awkward for me to speak my language. But he just said, Native isn't about what color your skin is, it's about what's in here. It's about how you live your life.
Try and talk white clay. It is your language to talk. You can say, where are you going? I am going to the mountains.
Sit down and listen to your elders.
Nakon Iyabishka. Try to talk Nakota.
Our language is dying because people are straying away from traditional things. They don't think about how our tradition is dying and we need to do more to keep it alive. And if we don't start learning our language, a lot of the elders are passing on now, and eventually we're not going to know anything. So it's really important for us to keep our history of who we are and who we are as a people. And our language is a major part of that.
Takonagu gichiabi. Be friends to each other every day.
Hey Ruben, this is Tony with KGVA. Hey, I was wondering, do you know anybody that's doing any transporting for the voters today? Alright, yeah, I'll come over and get some chili. Alright, see ya. Oh, he's my niece's grandpa, so. He said he doesn't know anybody that is, but he will if people need a ride. Well, hey, this is Speaking Eagle, and I have your upcoming event for the Fort Belknap Head Start. And also, we have over at the Smokehouse Grill and Trading Post, they're looking for an experienced cook. You can pick up the applications over at the Island Mountain office or over at the Smokehouse Grill. And don't forget about those onion rings over there. They must have like a pre-made batter for those onion rings because they're the best on the High Line, I swear, from all the way from Browning to Poplar, the best on the High Line. So go over there, try them out over at the Smokehouse Grill and Trading Post, those onion rings.
All right, Ruth, that's it for public service announcements. We have a election report to give you. This was of 12 noon.
Yeah, it's 12 noon today. We have in the River District, that's over at Red Rip, there has been 73 White Clay and 90 Nakota. What do you think, Mr. Rabbit? What do you think we should, the goal should be for Fort Belknap voters?
I'm thinking 35%.
35%.
Yeah.
So if you know anybody that needs a ride, give them a ride. If you see somebody walking there, just stop and pick them up. If you know somebody's sleeping, go knock on their door and wake them up. Wake up 5 of your relatives, and this 35% of 2,000 voters won't be hard at all. 5 of your relatives out of all these huge families here at Fort Belknap.
Promise them free fried bread.
Ooh, that's... Yeah. Also going on today, back in history in 1890, Congress creates Yosemite National Park. And it used to be the Native Americans were the main residents of Yosemite Valley back then. So just a quick reminder of Native people were living in that area when it became a national park, today's history. And that was all the thing I could find out about Native Americans today, back in history. I'm sure there's a lot more, just not a lot of it written down.
Word of mouth.
Yeah. All right, time now is 6:21. We're going to go ahead and get into some top hits. And at the top of the hour, we're going to some NPR news, followed by some public service announcement. And you're listening to KGVA 88.1 FM.